What's up everybody, welcome to Gamingtech. This is going to be the second part of the I haven't cleaned my PC for a year. First thing first, gotta drain the system. Easily done if you have a drain port. You can push with air also. It goes much faster. I was holding the camera at the same time, so I had to be super careful. Now I will remove the GPU.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
The reservoir here is actually supported by that Noctua fan. But then again, this system is going to be upgraded. The M2 thermal pads are looking absolutely disgusting. So much dust on them. Here are my M2s. And here is a funny story. So I asked my guy that I need a mounting bracket which is compatible with older generation of deep coolers basically, and he told me this is going to work. I didn't check the label. The bracket I have here is the wrong one. It's not compatible with this cooler. There's a different version for this one. So this is the cooler I'm going to be using. Afterwards I will swap out for another cooler. I have many stuff, but the thing is I just wanted to move my parts into this system temporarily. Going here, I'm installing 64 GB of RAM.
I'm so tired today that it's actually midnight.
Nothing fancy, nothing special.
And I just want to get this PC going.
12,600K CPU on this motherboard.
This is why you don't do your work PC water cooled.
Tempted to go for 14,900K, or shall I wait for 15,000? We'll see.
Because you waste time like this.
Right next to me there's another Z690 system also. So there is plenty of parts here that I can choose from. But here is the horrible story. I'm looking at the manual here, I'm like, there's something off with this. Why do I need to use this bracket? Why does it have these pads that are meant to be sticking backside of the motherboard? Here I'm applying thermal paste thinking everything is gonna be fine. Only if I read to see which bracket is compatible with which cooler. That's all it takes. It's hitting the VRMs here. It's not good. But that's an easy solution to fix. Basically, if you mix premix with little with tap water, this is what you can expect. Initially, a case clear liquid was used here. So you gotta basically take care of your system, flush it every 6 months. You can see a little bit algae build up there also, very little, it's like a green tint. So some of the fittings are in really bad state. But then again, don't mix any tap water and stuff. I was just topping it off. Some of the fittings are stuck, but that's easy to remove. So basically this is the ugly truth of water cooling. Flush the system, change your liquid, check the state of everything. Fittings are actually from a brand called Barrow. Very nice, very affordable. And here I want to show you one thing. This is an old GPU block that used to belong to my 1080 Ti, which I actually sold back in day. You can see the fin stack, how clean it is. Now, here is the mono block. Here, this is absolutely disgusting. There was like a green residue. gunk, whatever you want to call it. So you basically need to remove all of these screws and clean that fin stack. Since it is nickel plated, soap and water. If it was copper, bare copper, you can use acidic stuff also. But nickel plated, if you don't want that nickel to flake off, you gotta be very careful. You pay basically for the look, and it's very hard to clean. Like, it's not very hard to clean, but you gotta be careful with it. This fitting looks alright. There are sensors on this one. Sometimes I was touching with the wet hand and the system would shut down. I was always forgetting it. The reservoir and pump combo here. It's made out of glass, so it's quite heavy actually. The one thing I don't like about this pump is you cannot adjust from software. You need to do it manually. So I was always having it at the highest RPM, which is around 3500. I'm checking the state of the tubes here. It's alright. At least it's not bad as soft tubing. Soft tubing is clouded, you just gotta replace it, and it leaves this white residue inside the liquid. 90-degree fittings. And here are the rubber inserts that makes the tube get locked in its place. If you apply a lot of pressure, you can actually remove it. So it's not the same mechanism as the Alpha Cool ones. But no leak, nothing. Top of this pump is made of acetal material. You can see some of the staining there. I did flush most of the stuff out, so there wasn't much liquid left inside any of these parts. You gotta be always careful. If you were to spill, make sure your parts are dry. Here you can see how you can adjust the pump. Checking more of the state of the fittings. Yeah, there's some yellow staining here and it smells absolutely disgusting. Horrible. Soap and water, just sink them in. It's relatively easy to clean all of this stuff, but it just takes time and it's something you don't want to exactly deal with it. So this is, like I said before, the ugly truth of water cooling. If you don't mix any liquids, you might be more lucky, but if you go with pastel liquids, be sure that it's gonna stain. Here is the state of the radiator, push and pull. Arctic fans with maglev fans from Corsair. Look at that dust, it's all covered on the screw itself even. Absolutely crazy. It's like a wool particles. You guys will see it. I'm actually spoiling it here, but... So yeah, I do miss air cooling at this point. Hassle free, just upgrade, swap parts, or I might end up having multiple systems, so we'll see. Like I said, there are plenty of parts for me to choose from. One thing for sure, I would upgrade the GPU though. And the last screw. The radiator is from EK, XE version. It's a thick one. Not super bad. Not super bad. Let's check the next fan. A little bit dust ring there. And here we can see the intake part is looking really bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at that. That's horrible. But then again, I kept the system for 1 year, so it's for you guys. So you can see if you don't take care of your system, this might end up happening. And obviously, this Enyo case is a massive case from Gamingtech. Super heavy, massive, wide ass case. So my case was always sitting on the floor. More dust. It's like powder. If you blow anything on it, it'll just fly everywhere. Oh. I think I stripped one of the screws here. Bad quality on the screws provided by EK, but it's easily removable by a screwdriver. I use the electric one later on. So I got plenty of radiators. I have plenty of opportunity to make another water cool system. But do I really want to do on my main system? No. There's the front panel. And look at that dust of that radiator. Heavy boy, dusty boy. Not fun cleaning this stuff one bit. If you can do this stuff, do it outside. True. So you guys saw the situation. Make sure to clean your system. As you guys see, this is what can happen if you don't take care of your system. If you want your parts to last, or you don't want to end up in this kind of condition. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Let's go.